Hi, my name is Nicholas Gall and I'm an economics student here at Dalhousie University. I'm here to talk to you about progressive taxation. Progressive taxation is based on the idea that the necessaries of life occasion the greatest expense upon the poor, and that it is not very unreasonable to expect that the rich should contribute to the public expense, not only in proportion to their revenue, but something greater than in that proportion. Who said that? It wasn't this guy. It was him, Adam Smith. The father of modern capitalism said those words in his famous Wealth of Nations, published in 1776. Smith recognized that in order for a society to function properly, everyone had to pay their fair share in taxes. And paying one's fair share didn't necessarily mean taking the same percentage of everyone's income, because taking 25% of 10 million isn't the same as taking 25% of 10,000. Here in Nova Scotia, there's been a lot of controversy recently over the O'Neill Report on post-secondary education, which claims that government funding for universities essentially amounts to a subsidy for higher income students, disproportionately paid for by low-income taxpayers. The report states that, quote, freeing tuition fees to allow them to move to whatever level individual institutions choose effectively reduces the argued inequity in taxing the middle class and lower middle class to subsidize students who already are, or will be in the future, better off financially than those being taxed. It's pretty legit. Progressive even. But it ignores the fact that here in Canada, our progressive taxation system is already leveling the playing field, without individual universities having to intervene in what would undoubtedly be an inconsistent and inequitable way. And even if a portion of high-income students' tuition fees do find their way back to low-income students, it is estimated that for every $1,000 increase in tuition fees, low-income students are up to 19% less likely to complete their education. The O'Neill Report makes it seem like taxpayers are paying more than ever for university education in Nova Scotia, when the reality is that government funding for universities has been dropping for decades. In 1985, tuition fees accounted for only 14% of university revenue. Now that figure is approaching 40%. Post-secondary education doesn't just help students like you and I get better jobs. It's how we build societies. Here in Nova Scotia, it's the foundation of many local economies. It's time for the government to start paying their fair share. To find out more, contact your local students' union, or check out the Canadian Federation of Students website. And on February 2nd, don't forget to come out for the Nova Scotia-wide Day of Action to reduce tuition fees.